Hey YouTube, this is Blake with Feeling to Function. And with the holidays approaching, there are a lot of not good for you sweet foods out there that are packed with sugar, unhealthy fats, and that are low in protein. So one of my favorite holiday foods is pumpkin cheesecake, and it's also one of the worst foods for you. A typical slice of pumpkin cheesecake during the holidays is going to be like 800 calories. It's going to have minimal amounts of protein and be primarily unhealthy fats and sugar. But today I'm going to show you guys a healthy alternative to that, where the entire pie is going to be around 1,000 calories. So I mean, it's probably only going to be about 150 calories a slice instead of 800 calories a slice. So you could eat half of this pie and still be better off than eating one slice of your regular pie. Plus, this recipe is going to be higher in protein, and it's going to be lower in fat. And fat's not bad for you, but during the holidays, with all the food you're eating, I'm sure you're going to be getting your necessary fat for the day. And this is going to have a moderate amount of carbohydrates, but they're going to be healthy carbohydrates. In compilation with this video, I'm also going to be reviewing this free sample I got from True Nutrition Sciences of their pumpkin pie flavored Trutine. I've made this recipe in the past with vanilla flavored protein powders, and Trutine's vanilla has been my favorite so far, so I'm really excited to try their actual pumpkin pie flavor and see how that tastes. But I hope this is something that's helpful to you. Hope it's something you could make for Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner. And you know what? You don't even have to tell people it's healthy, because I don't think they'll notice. This is going to be a great recipe to help you stay on track, and it'll benefit those around you. So I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, quick run through of our ingredients. So what I have in here already is 1.5 cups of pumpkin. It's just regular pumpkin, no sugar added, right out of the can. Pumpkin, although pumpkin pie and stuff's usually viewed as really bad for you, pumpkin has a lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins. It's actually really healthy. And then we're going to be adding in 12 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. I say fat-free cream cheese because cream cheese and other dairy products, when you get the versions with fat in them, it's generally an unhealthy saturated fat. And we want to aim for mono and polyunsaturated fat in our diets. And then we're going to be adding in 2 whole eggs. For both the sweetness and a little extra protein, as well as some probiotics. This is just plain, or not plain, it's vanilla Greek yogurt. This is about 6 ounces. You could also go with the Chobani brand. Ingredients to also add to the sweetness of this would be a banana, which will be a healthy source of carbohydrates. But today I am going to be using stevia. So stevia is a natural sweetener. It's 0 calories. I get it in a big green bag at Walmart or Safeway or whatever, just like this one. And today I'm going to be adding in 3/4 cup. You could also use sugar or Splenda or whatever your sweetener of choice is. If you do use sugar, you're going to be adding in a lot of extra calories though. Next, I'm going to take some vanilla extract and just put a dash of that in there. You could use pumpkin pie spice. Personally, I'm just going to use the cinnamon. And that's really just as much as you'd like. And finally, we're just going to add in a little bit of lemon juice. And these last 3 ingredients, all you really need is about a tablespoon. I almost forgot our one key ingredient that really is going to make the taste of this thing pop, and add in some extra protein. My True Nutrition Sciences Trutine Pumpkin Pie Sample. Like I said before, you can really use any flavor you'd like. I'm just using the pumpkin pie one because it seems to fit to suit right here, and I'm going to hope that it tastes great. Okay, so there's all our ingredients in the blender, and I'm just going to mix this up with a hand mixer. You could use whatever you want, but just make sure to get everything blended together good, and then we'll put it in our pie tin and bake our pie. Okay, so now that we have all our ingredients blended, this part pretty much would just be like making any other pie. We're going to take some olive oil nonstick cooking spray and just coat our pie tin. The size of your pie tin really isn't going to matter that much. You can make more than one pie, there's no specific rhyme or reason. And then you're just going to take your batter and you're going to put it in here. And then we're going to cook it at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. And then you will want to let it sit out just like any other pie on the counter in the fridge or something for at least a few hours to let it harden up. And then once it's hardened up, you can enjoy. Personally, my favorite part is going to be in about 30 seconds when I lick out this bowl. Okay guys, so I baked off my pie at 300 degrees for 45 minutes, left for the day, came home, and the first thing I had to do was cut myself a slice. So I cut myself a serving, which is generally about 1/8 of a pie, and as you can see, I had to go for a second serving, because this was almost an exact mimic of your typical pumpkin cheesecake. I said I was going to review the pumpkin pie flavor for Trutine, and I've made this with a few different protein powders in the past. The vanilla Trutine's actually been my favorite, but I think for the pumpkin cheesecake in particular, this stuff was really great. I mean, it's almost a perfect mimic of your typical pumpkin cheesecake, and I would definitely recommend this protein powder. I understand it might be hard to incorporate into a lot of protein shakes and stuff just because it's kind of an odd flavor, but if you wanted to buy like a small tub of this or something for this particular recipe, well worth it. When they do release this, might be something I'd definitely go for, because this is a pretty remarkable tasting pumpkin cheesecake. But as far as the pumpkin goes in it, if you didn't want to do a pumpkin cheesecake, say you don't like pumpkin and you just wanted to do regular cheesecake, you could just leave out the pumpkin. If you don't like the cheesecake part of it and you just want to do a pumpkin pie, you could take out the cream cheese. I mean, you could play with it. You could add blackberries, raspberries, whatever, and just make this something that you're going to enjoy. Because this is supposed to be a treat. It's still healthy, you're still going to be on your regimen, but it's got to be something that you're going to find satisfaction in eating. But as far as this recipe goes, I think this was a huge success. I hope this is something you'll try. As far as calories go, it was just over 900 calories with the ingredients I used, and it might be slightly different depending on what you use to make your pie. But for me, that would be about 100 calories per slice, and that is crazy compared to like the typical 800 calories, and the taste is pretty much the same. So I hope this is something you try out. I hope it's something you enjoy. And as far as the Trutine goes, I think for anything pumpkin flavored, they really hit it right on the head, and this was a great pumpkin pie flavor. But you could also use, I've used the vanilla, and their Cinnabon is also really great, and they just put out a really great line of products, so I would definitely recommend checking them out and trying out this recipe. Thanks, guys.